You be my sunshine. You make me nostalgic, you're a classic. You be on the sweet side, I'm a classic. So come and rock you like my jacket. And when you are coming, I gotta stop it.
Wrestling with attitude.
Hey, yo. Oh, you didn't know?
What?
Are you ready?
What?
No! I said, are you ready?
And leading this group of misfits is JP, the Melting Pot.
AKA 6-month champ, baby.
If I can be serious for a minute, without being interrupted.
And the savior of wrestling and the original people, the Summit.
You know, it was so nice it can't come twice.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
The WWE had Gilbert. Wrestling with Attitude has Lil Steven.
Finally.
Who in the blue hell are you?
And the show-off of Wrestling with Attitude, Mike.
My time to shine.
You can't see me. My time is now.
All right, welcome to Wrestling with Attitude. Wow. Anyway.
No G.
No. There's a G at the end.
Oh,
Right off the bat, just no G.
Of course, you know, the one and only. I'm the Summit. Then joining me, what? There's no more Sandow. And then we have the show off Mike, the reigning champion.
It's good to be back.
I wasn't here last week.
The authorities suspended me. You know, they told me the wrong stadium, wrong studio. Yeah, they told me I couldn't be here and that I wasn't. Well, I guess I am the face of the company, but they gave me a vacation. You know, there was a little controversy over the picks, over the forfeit and all, and
there was no controversy.
Somebody threw some chairs. You know.
First off, do we even have a face of the company?
And then somebody kept trying to say I was picking the wrong wrestlers.
I still think you did. But
I do remember that. I do remember somebody saying, that, you know, and then somebody else want someone to pick their wrestler.
I was like, did you write my picks down wrong or something? Because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win, and you're like, wow, that gives JP the lead. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right here, and the authority, Javier, wrote it down. And,
I thought Javier was fired, too.
I mean, Jose, excuse me.
So all my picks are right.
Well, I changed it because I went what you said.
Yeah. I promise you, I have it
No,
done.
I believe you. I mean, that's the reason I didn't question you. I probably did right.
No, I knew the whole thing with The Miz, though, was right because I wanted to pick The Miz, and Mike went first and picked The Miz.
Yeah, I remember we both picked
I do remember that.
And when he was outside the ring, sorry, guys, I wanted to chat about this because I didn't get to last week. When he was outside the ring, I was like, he's going to win it.
Yeah.
I knew he would.
Well, JBL messed it all up. He goes,
it's
That's
okay.
what I
No,
had, right?
I believe. No,
I know.
No,
So,
Mike,
but then, you know, also on the show today, I got Mike. I already said Mike, but I got little Steven. I'm sorry. He's been gone for 2 weeks. I had to say him twice.
Doesn't it feel just so much better in this room today? Like, there's no negativity.
No, hold on a second. We'll come back to Mike because I want him to talk about it a little bit more. But we got little Steven. And I don't know what it is about today's show, but it feels so much refreshing.
Yeah.
The person in our seat is actually taller.
Yeah.
Sitting in. Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know how he got taller.
I know either one of y'all need to be making short jokes.
Hey, I'm gonna do it while we can. But
I've been short my whole life, sir.
Short and chubby, it's okay.
Yeah.
But you know, JP's not here today. I didn't know that.
Well, let me tell you something about that.
But
Did you hear that? Some of our listeners just stop listening.
yeah. So. You know, I do have some babysitting duty I'm doing right now. Which,
Babysitting
hey,
duty.
I can do multiple things at once, so it's amazing. Anyway, We were going back to Mike. Mike's talking about picks. He said that somebody didn't write it down properly. I thought I did, but it's okay.
It's all right.
Tie goes to the runner.
I believe I pulled it out, and before the last match even. Yeah. It was a shame that the Miz pretty much clinched it for me, and it sucks they had to do it at the expense of Ziggler. But that's another feud. That's probably another SummerSlam match right there, Miz Ziggler. And
I really want to see that.
I like this budding rivalry because Ziggler is, I don't know why the WWE doesn't do anything with it, but every time he comes out, the crowd goes bananas, and and they have to see that.
Well, they were talking about having a triple threat match, and now I think it's going to just be 2. It was going to be Bo Dallas, Miz, and Ziggler together.
Why Bo Dallas? Why would you put him in that mix?
No matter what you say right now, he's getting
does
some
he
heat.
Lose to R-Truth?
We'll get to that.
Hey, whoa, hey, that's a good thing, man.
We'll get to that.
I'm starting to like him too.
You see? Thank you. You come in a believer. Finally, man. Finally.
Man, that means I gotta be for JP and me today.
Yes, you do.
Man.
Hey, he's getting more reaction than anybody else right now as a bad guy. He's getting more reaction than Bray Wyatt.
Well, he wasn't really a bad guy until today.
Right. But before we get into that, we're going to go over, we're going to do our little segment, WWE Sound Off.
All right.
Going into what I wanted to talk about this week was top 10 infamous gimmicks of all time, or worst gimmicks.
Infamous gimmicks.
Or worst gimmicks of all time.
Gimmicks.
To me, that's the same thing.
Give us an example, just in case some of our listeners don't know what a worst gimmick or an infamous gimmick.
Just somebody that was horrible.
Somebody that's wearing an astronaut uniform.
Hey, there was a problem in Houston.
Santa.
There was a problem in Houston. Give him a break.
Oh, what, with Space Dow?
Yes. So, no, it's astronaut.
No, it's Space Dow.
No, I'll go over it later. We'll talk about it later. I had a new nickname for him. But, we'll go through it real fast. Number 10 was the Mountie. I love the Mountie.
Really?
Yeah, he's on top 10. I love the Mountie, dude.
Well,
he was an IC champion for a little bit. Tag champion.
I wouldn't put him in the worst gimmicks, though. There's been way worse gimmicks than the Mountie.
I know.
I mean, he wasn't the greatest wrestler, but he could wrestle because he had the championship for a little while, the IC champion. But, I mean, he kind of wrestled the Mountie. He wasn't that bad. Like, when you talk about gimmicks, I think when you talk about bad gimmicks, I'm thinking the person that can't wrestle well and can't talk well. Like, I'm talking about the total package.
Okay.
I mean, am I wrong on that?
No.
Or
you can have one thing that sticks out, like your entrance.
Okay.
Like the number one we'll talk about.
Yeah.
His entrance was great, but we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Let's go through the list, and then, we can give feedback.
All right, yeah.
Number 9, the dynamic dudes.
Next.
Johnny Ace and Shane Douglas.
Next.
Number 9. Number 8, Akeem the Dream.
All right, I got something to say about that, but let's
we'll go through it, but it's horrible. Number 7, Glacier.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Dude, yeah, we'll talk about it.
Glacier.
Yeah, WCW. They spent all this money on him coming out, and then no one cared. It was basically the Mortal Kombat guy.
So it was like Fandango.
It was basically Sub-Zero. he was dressed as Sub-Zero pretty much. Then they brought out another guy, Mortis. Yeah, Mortis.
See, I liked Mortis.
Which was Chris Kanyon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Mortis was actually a good wrestler.
This was ECW?
No, this is WCW.
I remember Glacier. Yeah.
Then they brought out another guy that was Adam Bomb.
Yeah.
In WWE.
But
WWF.
he was in Demolition briefly.
That was Brian Adams.
No, I think he was in it toward the end. He was Crush.
That was Brian Adams. The
right.
The singer?
DOA guy. No, the wrestler, dude. Rest his soul, who passed away.
Oh. Whoops.
Then number 6, we had Disco Inferno.
Hey,
come on. He was
Is it just me, or was that related to Ken Shamrock?
Disco?
Yeah.
No.
He had the same big nose as Ken Shamrock did.
That doesn't. No, dude. That's not Gilbert Godfrey, but he is
Gilbert.
It's Gilbert something. I can't remember his true
I was
name.
about to say Gilbert Godfrey looks really good to be wrestling.
I think disco wasn't bad. I think
Yeah,
back
he
in the
was-
day, like they just had a lot of bad things.
Oh, there was some really bad stuff. Number 5, the Red Rooster, dude.
The Red Rooster's only at number 5.
And what you were saying before, you were saying, this guy could wrestle though. That was
He
the
could.
problem. He just, it was horrible. Anyway, we'll talk about it a little
All
more.
right, well.
Number 4, Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah,
Dude, absolutely horrible. Guy, great Khali
my
out
gosh.
wrestled Giant Gonzalez.
That's not saying anything.
No. Number 3, the Gobbly Gooker.
All right, first off, that should be number 1 right there. Anybody that dresses up as a turkey should be number 1, in my opinion. But
Which
whatever.
I never understood. The guy that actually dressed up as Gobbly Gooker was one of the Guerreros. It wasn't Chavo. It wasn't Eddie. It was Hector Guerrero.
So it was the one that couldn't wrestle, I guess? Is
Yes.
that what it was? Like,
Yes.
hey, man, you're a Guerrero, but we're going to, we don't have any place for you on the roster, so we're just going to give you a turkey outfit here.
Wow. Okay, that's wrong. Number 2, Doink the Clown.
yeah, but see, that's so indifferent. I mean, I can understand why it's bad, but
He was good,
he,
though.
yeah, it was a good character. I mean,
He got a great pop. Like, people
Especially when
hated
he went
him.
Especially when heel. When he went
Yeah.
heel and the dark
yeah.
music.
He was
That's
great.
really what started the clown movies, I guess. The dark clown movies.
Yeah.
Because no one ever looked at a clown being dark.
Yeah.
And then this guy, and he
And then
played it
Doink
great.
comes out, and he just turns on the fans, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah. Number 1, the Boogeyman. Come and get you.
I was going
See?
to put him on the list if he wasn't on there. Now, he, in my opinion, does not deserve to be number 1. He was good, in my opinion. He wasn't the worst. He was not the worst.
So what do you guys think? I mean, who would you take off? Who would you add?
Who was number 1 again?
Boogeyman.
I think Repo Man could be on there.
Repo? Come on, man. Repo Man?
Oh, man.
I like Glacier being on there, but
Yeah.
Wasn't it, what's the other dude? The Trash Man? Wasn't
yeah.
Oh,
he-
Dumpster,
yeah.
Dozy, Dozer.
Hey, also Isaac Yankum, DDS. I mean, when does a dentist wrestle?
Here, I got one for you. And I know Steven knows this one. Rosie, the superhero in training.
Whoa,
You remember?
whoa.
No,
Hey.
hold on, Rosie. Hold on a second. Rosie, you remember when he came out and he was partners with the Hurricane?
You dang right he was.
That was horrible.
No, that was amazing. Okay, that was the best superhero. He was the fattest superhero and made kids that were fat think, hey, I can be a superhero now. Okay? So I don't want to hear that. Rosie was awesome.
No, the gimmick was horrible. Papa Shango is another. Papa Shango.
Shango, not too bad.
Nails, the Spirit Squad.
Hey.
You can almost
Mike,
put
go
another-
ahead and say it. Go ahead and say it because you've said it before.
I like Spirit Squad.
You said there's nothing wrong with the Spirit
But
Squad.
to me,
sir.
one person I would put up and take, if I could take one off, the Mountie. I would take him off,
Yeah.
and I would put Kazarni. Kazarni, to me, deserves to be. That's the worst gimmick they've ever come up with, I think. Those clown acts does not work. If you want to see, turn in TNA and watch. It doesn't work out.
I'd put the Natural on there.
Natural who?
The Natural. I did
Which
not.
one? Butch Reed
No,
or Dustin Rhodes?
Dustin Rhodes. I did not
Dustin
like.
Rhodes
I
worked.
did not like the Dustin Rhodes, the Natural
Jersey.
thing.
Does anybody remember the Goon?
Yeah.
I don't remember the Goon really.
You don't remember the Goon?
No, I don't remember the Goon that
I never
much.
got to see him wrestle, but they did that gimmick thing at WrestleMania 17 or whatever.
Yeah, I
He was
remember
there.
that, but I'm talking about before that.
Nah. What about
then-
Brooklyn Brawler? Would you put?
That wasn't.
It
That was
wasn't
just
completely
bad.
bad. Or the Sandman.
Uh,
Besides his entrance, think about it. Was the Sandman a
that
great
wasn't.
wrestler?
That
or
wasn't
was
a
he
gimmick,
good?
though. That was him.
That was just a guy that got off work early
Yeah.
and came to drink.
Another one I'll throw out there. Paul Purchill, the pirate. You
The
remember
pirate?
that? That was horrible. I mean, that was absolutely horrible.
Oh my gosh!
Zeus, was another one.
Hey, it's Zeus, man. Don't be knocking Zeus. He almost beat Hulk Hogan.
He was terrible, too.
Eugene was another one.
What, Hulk Hogan was terrible?
No, Eugene.
Hey,
Zeus.
Eugene was cool, man.
Bastion Booger.
I do not remember that one.
Mantar was another one.
Mantar, yeah.
But Oz, I know on our website we actually have a poll up. Mr. America was another one on the list. Someone's Shockmaster was number one. But on our website, we actually had 2 votes for Shockmaster and 1 for the Kiss Demon in WCW. They had a demon come out.
Man.
You remember that? That was horrible. He come out with the Kiss face paint on, everything. It was just a horrible gimmick.
That's really bad.
Absolutely horrible. But is there anybody else you guys think of that I'm missing that you guys would put on?
I'm sure there's a lot of them out there. I thought the God, what was that guy's name? The guy that feuded with Sting, the Ninja.
Oh, you talking about Vampiro?
No, the Ninja.
Great Muta?
No, it was like the Mystery Ninja. Who's the?
Oh,
I just watched it, and they never revealed his name, and then they were gonna put Arn Anderson in it.
I know you're talking about. I'm trying to remember.
The black. I forget who it is.
Oh, it was. It's on the tip of my tongue because I
Yeah,
just
me too.
the other day super.
But anyways, they built this whole feud up, and then ended up the person that was in it, who was going to be in it, got hurt. So then they had to just lose the whole thing. So
They had to lose the whole thing. Just well, we can't do this anymore.
I'm gonna tell you who it is here in a second. It was the Scorpion. It was
Black
the Black Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Black Scorpion. Yeah,
Black
because that
Scorpion.
sounds nothing like Sting at all.
I know. Well, that's what they're doing.
But there's some horrible ones. Before we move on too far, I will mention our weekly tweet
Okay.
from one of our listeners. Number 10, the Shockmaster, which I said.
Ooh.
The Max Moon. I remember he was horrible too.
Max
Moon with WCW. Yes, he would be backstage singing. He actually had a concert on stage one time. It was horrible. You even said one a couple weeks ago. You showed me a song. It was
Rap is crap.
You Rap His Crap.
Rap is crap.
Yeah. With
What, you don't like that?
with Mr. Perfect
Yeah,
and the Rednecks, Texas Rednecks.
Yeah, the Texas Rednecks.
Horrible.
Oh, it was awesome, dude. It's awesome.
Number 8 was Isaac Newcomb and Yankum, not Newcomb.
Yeah, see, there it is.
Number 7 was Nails. If anybody remembers Nails, he was
Yeah,
horrible.
Nails was. He was scary though.
Yeah. Number 6 was Mantar. Number 5 was Oz. Who was Oz, Steven?
I
Come
know
on,
the
dude.
name.
Dude,
I don't.
How you not know the name? Well, he's one of the outsiders.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That was Kevin Nash?
exactly. That was his first gimmick in WCW.
Oh, yeah, because I'm supposed to know that because I'm that old.
We've
I
talked
don't
about it
remember him.
before. Number Archer Man. Oh, Archer Man. I think he was TNA guy.
Archer
Yeah.
Man?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to TNA wrestlers now?
It doesn't matter. Number 2 is Kiss Demon, and number 1 Gobbledygooker.
Gobbledygook.
Gobbledygooker? I don't know. Well, I never liked the Gobbledygooker, though, Mike. It was okay, but I didn't really like it.
The Gobbledygooker. That
I-
doesn't make any sense.
It was just for Thanksgiving, wasn't it? It wasn't supposed to be he hatched or something on Thanksgiving or something like that, and Gene Okerlund's freaking out. And it was weird, man. It was. I never really liked it, but
Cool. Well, there've definitely been some bad gimmicks over the years, but
Yeah.
that's just because there's creative. You're just trying to stab in the dark for stuff, and I don't think Doink the Clown should have been on that.
no. I don't think Doink the Clown should have ever been on that list, man.
Yeah,
like
that's
you even
horrible.
said, Doink the
Sometimes
Clown, he was
some stuff
good.
just doesn't work.
Yeah, some of them. I wouldn't. This is actually probably one of the best lists we actually had though compared to other ones. Then we got, next week on the show we're going to talk about our top 10 memorable debuts. So with the first time The Rock came out, stuff like that. You know, the first time he wrestled. Triple H, the first time he came out as Hunter Hearst Helmsley. So different things like that.
So we're not about terrorizing or anything.
That wasn't memorable. What do you remember about that? Nothing. Terrorizing. Yeah, there's a reason it was called terrorizing.
Did Shawn Michaels
'cause it
ever
was
have
champ-
Was he in WCW?
No,
I wanted to always wonder about
he was
that.
AWA.
Okay.
Championship wrestling down in Texas.
Oh, okay. Because they said he worked with Eric Bischoff.
World
for a
Class
minute.
Championship Wrestling, excuse me.
Okay.
He started there
Oh, okay.
in Texas. Then he went to Minnesota, and then he came
well,
to
he's from
WWE.
Texas. Of course he
Right.
would, yeah.
So it was easier for him.
Yeah.
But next week, we're going to have memorable debuts. So if you want to tweet us at WWE Show. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on WrestlingAttitude.com.
Stitcher.
Our shows are on there. Yes, Stitcher, iTunes. We're anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
And please give us some feedback. Give us some comments. Let us know what we're doing. What you guys like about the show. What you guys think we should talk about. Let us know. We love your guys' feedback. It makes our day.
it makes our day.
Yeah.
It does make our day. It gives us something interesting to talk
We're
about.
like, yay! Somebody likes us.
We're still talking about Countdown. What's some of the shows you guys are watching right now on Countdown or on WWE Network?
Well,
me.
Countdown.
I mean at WWE Network.
I have to admit, I do like the Countdown series. It's kind of cool because you get to see like all the wrestlers. The thing I don't like is when they have a certain gimmick or something. When they have a certain gimmick or something, they don't really like bring that wrestler on there. Like there were certain episodes where they would bring like if they're talking about Chris Jericho, they'll bring him on to talk about it. But with a lot of these other wrestlers, they don't bring them back to talk about it and stuff. Like I think they had Superstar Billy Graham was in one of the countdowns, and you never heard anything from him. But what do you guys think about Legends House? I know it's over already, but what did you guys think about the season? Was it cool?
Did you watch Legends House?
I watched the first episode.
Yeah, did you like it? I hear the next.
It was all right. I'll probably end up watching all of it, but it just drug by, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hear the next season should be.
Well, they're still trying to get Flair or Hogan to be on it.
That's
the
going to
ratings-
cost them a little bit of money. Now, I like the documentaries. I don't know about you.
No, I love all of it.
I like the documentaries.
Yeah, I watched Triple H one.
I'm surprised you haven't seen the John Cena
I've
experience
seen
yet.
that one too. Yeah.
I haven't watched that one. I watched the CM Punk one, which if you guys have not seen that one, I really suggest please go and watch it. It's really cool. To me, it was a different type of documentary. It focused mainly on him and not on the WWE, and some of the stuff only focuses really on their WWE career. But the CM Punk one, it was really different to me.
No, it's probably the best one they've done.
And the Triple H one's really good too.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
But there's some good ones to watch. I can't stop watching the pay-per-views because
Yeah.
I'll keep going. I'm going through the year watching it.
Yeah.
Just to get track of it.
Oh, the pay-per-views are amazing, man. Like that you can go back and watch like old WCW pay-per-views.
And
It's
my
awesome.
favorite, I don't know if you guys seen them yet, but Saturday Night's main events on there. I love watching Saturday Night's main event.
I haven't
Yeah,
watched
those
them
are-
yet.
Have you seen any of them yet, Mike?
No, not yet.
I'm surprised
I haven't
you
watched
haven't.
it in the last few weeks, but I used to love watching it on Saturdays.
Dude, the
when it's
Mega
good.
Powers are on there. I mean,
Well,
come
not
on.
just the Mega Powers. You have when Andre the Giant messed over Hulk Hogan.
Oh yeah. Well, that was
So-
before Raw, right? Like this was all before Raw. So basically, Saturday night main event was your thing, right? I mean, Saturday night main event
Yeah,
was
there's no Mondays.
No.
Yeah, that was like your Raw at the time.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes or
you
no?
had. I wouldn't say the Superstars program was great. I
Really?
love that one. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, see, I didn't see that one. I didn't see the Saturday Superstars. Was it Superstars? You said?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it was kind of just like a recap, kind of maybe like what they have now. Like now they just have like one wrestling match that they film before Raw and like a recap of Raw.
Yeah.
Because when you go see a Raw taping, they get like 2 matches before the show.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, but I wish they would bring something back like Saturday Night Heat or something like that. I know they'll
you
never
mean
bring
Sunday Night Heat.
or Sunday
Sunday
night.
Night Heat was all right, but Saturday Night's main event was
Yeah.
a main thing.
I'm surprised they won't bring that back though. I know they have the Wednesday main event thing, but they should make it. They should do a Saturday one. I mean,
back then they didn't have a SmackDown yet. Either.
Yeah.
So now, you're talking about adding another day. And, while we're talking about it, WWE's actually in a little bit of trouble, I think, because I read a rumor online is that the guys that set up the ring now have to pay for their own transportation to get from Raw to
Why
the
do they
next
do that?
event.
That's you gotta treat those guys right.
yeah, you got it. I mean, those guys are your main. If they can't get there, your ring's not gonna get set up.
Well, the problem though is they're trying to they got to do like 10% cuts supposedly from what I read.
There's a lot of other things I would feel you would do before you would do
Well,
that.
they've done a lot already. If you can't tell when you watch the pre-show for Raw, it's actually taped back in Connecticut.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's live in Connecticut at the center. At the headquarters. It's not done anywhere else. It's done at the headquarters.
Oh, the actual the live pre-show now is. Yeah, well, which makes no sense. So they don't do it there. I don't understand why they can't do it there though, because they have to set up for the announce table. So why couldn't they just use? Why wouldn't they just use like the announce table or something like that?
They should.
I mean, it's the same thing, isn't it, Mike? I mean, wouldn't you do that? I mean, just have them set up at the announce table for the pre-show, and then when the show starts, okay, Jerry the King Lawler and Michael Cole and JBL come out and they take over.
But it's nice that they have the little extra things.
Yeah, but now they're shooting it at the headquarters. They're not shooting it so they're not there.
What for Superstars?
No, for the Raw pre-show.
Oh. Wow,
I mean,
I don't know why they do that. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I know probably nobody really cares. I mean, it is just a pre-show. It's supposed to get you pumped anyways, kind of.
It doesn't get me pumped.
Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of like James was saying before, the pre-show, it's kind of supposed to get you pumped. It's supposed to get you in the mood, I guess, kind of for, oh, look, Raw's about to start. Oh, let's,
You know what I did like? I did like
You
the
get excited.
I did like the post shows.
The post shows are fun because
Yeah.
you get to see what happens afterwards.
But now they canceled that. They stopped it.
See,
Because
I would have
they-
canceled the pre-show, kept the posts.
When the post shows. Well, no, they still have the post shows, but it's like Booker T and them from the center.
five time.
It's not-
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta say it 5 times.
Yeah, he doesn't even say it 5 times. He says it like 2 and gives up on himself.
But the post shows, when I watched it the one time they did have it, it was the Shield after one of the matches against
Yep.
Evolution. I thought it was great.
Oh, yeah.
It was almost like NBA post game coverage, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different.
Yeah,
So,
because there's nothing better I want to see than NBA post coverage.
when you watch a game, you
Well,
want to
if
see
you-
what they say after.
If you were not a woman and like sports, you maybe. I mean, I love watching the post game because I want to see what the experts have to say about what I just watched.
The
Exactly.
experts.
I wanna
Okay,
see-
yeah. Because those guys
wanna
are
see
really
what-
experts.
I mean, do you tell me Shaq doesn't know anything about basketball in the
Yeah,
post? Like,
Charles
get outta here.
Barkley,
I want to
mean,
hear what Charles. If I watch a game that's amazing and it's very intriguing, I want to see what Charles Barkley and Shaq have to say about it.
Okay, I want to hear what Shaq has to say, but I don't want to hear what Charles Barkley has
Why
to say.
you don't even
I'm
know?
sorry.
You don't even know who?
Yeah,
these
I
people
actually
are.
know who Charles Barkley
But I'm saying
is.
that you don't
He
know
says
that-
terrible too
how-
many times.
But I'm just saying it doesn't matter. You don't know anything about basketball, so how can you say anything about Charles Barkley or Shaq?
I mean, it's the same thing about wrestling, though, in my opinion. Like when you go to those pre-shows or those post-shows and stuff, you want to hear wrestlers, right? You want to hear wrestlers talk about
It
it.
depends.
I mean, but you just said, like, okay, you want to hear Shaq, you want to hear
In
Charles
basketball,
Barkley.
yeah, it depends
So
on
in the
the sport.
wrestling, wouldn't you want to hear wrestlers do the post show, not
Absolutely.
somebody that hasn't wrestled in a while or somebody that's never wrestled before in their life?
It depends. I mean, first of all, Renee Young. Don't get me started. I rarely hear Josh Matthews speak.
Free Josh Matthews.
What they have. So I think there's I know they lost so much money there, and supposedly they're due they're supposed to do another 10% budget cut on WWE.
Well, I guess this network's kind of hitting them a little bit.
They did announce that they had 700,000 network subscribers.
700,000. All right, so we're almost to a million.
It just went. I mean, it didn't go worldwide until
the 6-month thing's coming up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll really see then.
Yeah. I mean, and two, they haven't released everything. Going back to what we've been watching on the network and stuff, the thing I've been watching the most is the Raw replays.
Yeah, I'm still
And
waiting for that and
yeah.
the WCW stuff.
I'm really waiting for the Raw replays. Like, have you guys ever noticed they didn't put anything from 2000s on there yet? Every other year, or almost. You've got
You got a couple of things.
yeah, you got a few more years that need to be put on there, but like from 93 to 2000 should all be on there. I'm sorry, because
They'll
they have
eventually
all
get there.
they have
I
all
agree.
of them from 93 on there. So
Well-
which is cool.
We'll take a break. That's the WWE Network talk. We'll come back. We'll do a little bit more talk, get into Raw. But, this is for JP. He's not here today.
We
I
miss
told
you.
him earlier.
Listen, man, let me tell you something about. Never mind.
No, go,
Michael.
please finish.
I
Michael.
don't have anything else to say.
Michael.
But, I want this song is for you, buddy. Feel better. He's out acting today.
You serious?
This show
Are
is
you
dedicated
serious?
for him.
Are you serious?
Are you serious right
You
now?
serious right now?
You're
Were you
trying to
serious?
tell
Are
me-
you serious?
And then when we get back, we'll do a rant.
You mean to tell me we're going to do a rant?
We're doing a rant, Michael. All right, you listen to Wrestling Attitude.
Biscuits and gravy. You're fit for a king. Oh, biscuits and gravy. Simple and clean. But you stepped on my gravy. Oh, now I gotta get paid. Don't you go threatening. Don't you go messing with me. Better close
stop it. It's when you go harder than somebody, man. This right here is domination. This here what you call domination. It's a combination of skill and concentration. So rise to the occasion, do something amazing. Cause anything that I do, I dominate it. This here what you call domination. It's a combination of skill and concentration. So rise to the occasion, do something amazing. Cause anything that I do, I dominate it. I'm stronger, go harder. I'm a monster, I conquer. Dominate anything I want to. My passion, my skill, my focus, my hunger. Just to put it simple, I'm the... Yes, I just want it more than the next guy. And no, you can't do the things that I'm gon' do. Real aggressive, little rough around the edges. A man on a mission, smashing the competition. Ooh, my next victim, get him, I got him. Let me know if anybody else got a problem. Yeah, cause they don't even stand a chance. Got the eye of the tiger and the heart of a champ. Just want it more, yeah, man, I need to win it. Pedal to the floor, we gon' push it to the limit. Yeah, man, they wishing, but they can't with me though. Even when it gets all quiet, I'm still on beast mode. This here what you call domination. It's a combination of skill and concentration. So rise to the occasion, do something amazing. Cause anything that I do, I dominate it. This here what you call domination. It's a combination of skill and concentration. So rise to the occasion, do something amazing. Cause anything that I do, I dominate it. See, messing with the boy, you will quickly be destroyed. So just stay out my way, it's something you should avoid. I think it's time to show the world what I got. Yeah, I think it's time I turned it up a notch. Man, I figured it out. Why they mad at us? Cause I'm in my zone. Oh yeah, I got my swagger up. I put a hurting on anyone who tests me. Close my eyes, take a deep breath. Okay, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm the boss, I'm the leader, I'm the man in control. See, I make my own rules. Baby, I don't lose. Trust me, ride with me and get ugly. Bring it down low, let me talk to you quietly. If I want you, I'ma get you. There's no way for you to hide from it. Towering, overpowering anybody. To put it simple, homie, there's no way that you can stop me. This here what you call domination. It's a combination of skill and concentration. So rise to the occasion, do something amazing. Cause anything that I do, I dominate it. This here what you call domination. It's a combination of skill and concentration. So rise to the occasion, do something amazing. Cause anything that I do, I dominate. It's how I operate, I dominate. Knock them down like dominoes, let's conversate, concentrate. I'ma tell you all I know. Go hard every day, that's the way you gotta go. When they ask me if I'm gonna stop, I say hell no. Never stop, never quit, I'm only getting better. I was good before, but I'm better than I ever been. Yeah, see, you dealing with a warrior. The fire in me burning like the sun down in Florida. Tell me if you want it, I'ma show you what's in store for you. And let me know if you want more, cause I got more for you. Ugh, so rugged and raw, I live with it.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
This is the Melting Pot, aka 6-month champ, and you're listening to Wrestling with Attitude. Don't forget you can find every show on WrestlingWithAttitude.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Attitude, and don't forget to tweet us on Twitter at WWA Show.
Welcome back to Wrestling with Attitude.
No G.
There's actually one G, mate.
Oh, dang it.
That's the reason we call him the show off, not the spell off. Anyway. Bird.
Hey, stop boasting my chops.
We're going into some bow jokes, huh? All right. We can do that. So, before we went to break, we were talking about WWE Network. What is a program you would like to see on WWE Network? I ain't talking about WCW. I want an original show that they could do. One show I heard they're trying to do is like a Sports Center type wrestling. I don't think that will work.
Yeah, you don't have enough shows for that. I think if they went live with SmackDown, my goal is for them to do that. I want them to go live with SmackDown on Thursday night, because when I was younger, you had Raw on Mondays, awesome, and then I don't even watch SmackDown anymore.
I don't really.
Nobody watches SmackDown.
I read about it on Tuesday, 2 days before broadcast. But I always got excited for Raw Monday, and then you're like, oh, it's Thursday. All right, yeah. Freaking SmackDown's on. Remember Thunder?
Thunder was awesome. Saturday Night Wrestling on TBS was awesome.
I used to love watching that. What they should do is they should just play the Nitros, Thunders, Smackdowns, and Raws. I think they have Raw Rewind, like you said, but just play them like they're a real show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to just go in succession of Nitros, Thunder, Nitro, Thunder, Nitro, Thunder. In every day, every other day, or something like
that. That would be awesome. Like on Monday nights, you could, or not,
or Tuesday, or what? So you could go, you can watch it like your program. Like I'm gonna go watch Criminal Minds on Wednesday. I mean, it's on all the time, but you can get into each episode. But you could do the same thing. Like you could go in order of when it happened. You know what I'm saying? I think they should do something.
I think they need to have a show just for Gene Okerlund.
I think
follow him around.
I think they should have just.
Oh, boy.
I think they should just have a Divas show that isn't Total Divas with maybe some actual divas. I'm just saying. I mean, where's AJ?
You mean
where's
a show without Rosa Mendez?
Rosa Mendez. Let's have a dating show with the divas. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? I mean, seriously. Let's have
better yet. Let's just have a wrestling game show. Let's just have a game show.
Or if we want to have a bra football league, have it.
Really?
I don't know what they have
Are
a lot.
You nuts?
I like that they have some good programming. Don't get me wrong, but I mean the free pay-per-views is what makes the network.
Of course.
I mean that's what 99% of why people get the network is for the free pay-per-views.
But I absolutely agree with you. They should do run Raw and have the Nitro go and then the Raw go next and keep it in order.
Yeah.
Do it in order of events. Because, I hate the way they do replay Raws right now. They do one from 1970 and then one from 2011.
Well, first off, they don't do one from 1970 because Raw wasn't around then.
I'm kidding.
Well, get your facts right if you're going to be kidding, okay?
Before we get into it, I do have to say that we do have some sad news for WWE. They did release somebody this week. Yes. I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
But they did release, and I'm trying to find the music. This might work because this is about the same thing. Well, actually, this is elevator music. But guess what this is? I'm looking for a job music this week. Ricardo Rodriguez has been released. Yes.
No!
Yes. So no more El Local.
Wait, I'm sorry. I don't know what that means. What? I'm a little confused now. I was sad, but now I'm confused. Like, what, El Loco? El Local? Don't get mad at me. I don't know what this means.
You didn't say that.
I did, Booker T.
You did not just say that.
Yes, you did say that.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Look, Booker T, go back to Raw. We don't want you here.
What's your name?
You know what it is.
What's your name? It doesn't matter what your name is.
All right, there you go. Back to the show.
Was that because of Hercules is coming out this week? He had to get his...
So, I had to, give him some love. But, no, they... Ricardo didn't have a place, really. Who were you going to put him as a manager? He really didn't want to manage.
I liked him on the Spanish announce table.
Well, no, he sent a tweet out, actually, saying, I have come to a release with WWE, and, I want to go back and go wrestle. He actually wants to go wrestle.
Why don't they
wouldn't
bring
let
him back
wrestle.
why won't they let him wrestle?
Because he's too small, supposedly. That's what I read online.
Are you...
He's too fat is what he is.
Well, he's lost some weight, but...
But really, they're gonna use that card?
Yeah.
I'm too small. Okay, because Rey Mysterio was just right. Okay.
Well, Rey Mysterio was a little bit different.
No. There's no difference. Okay. If you can wrestle and you're small, cool.
And but that's the reason but I know where he could go. I got a perfect place for Ricardo Rodriguez.
What, TNA?
He could go be TNA and be with these two guys.
He could go join El Torito.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want to talk about yellow teeth? Now that's a guy who had yellow teeth.
Let him go manage the new. Before we get into Raw, I wanted to go over this. Snitsky is now in TNA.
Is he with that music?
Ezekiel Jackson. No. He really looks like, and I hope he don't get mad at me, but Doc, TNA or Luke Gallows. Yeah, he's got his like this and really black, and it's just,
What is he? What is he? Undertaker now?
I don't know, but anyway, they're down there. And also, that's another rumor is supposedly TNA is actually in trouble because they had a meeting with Spike TV this week. Who the rumors are they did not renew their TV deal. So they might be done.
TNA?
Yep.
Nah, TNA won't be done.
Well,
They'll find a way.
If they don't get a TV, if you can't get a TV deal with Spike TV, who you gonna get a TV deal with?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Now
They put it on
here's
anything,
my thing. Would you see Vince McMahon seeing this as an opportunity to do what he did with WCW?
The only way is if
they go under.
you're right, because he'll buy the library. Because you can buy the library and put it on your network.
But do you think those guys will still have a job? Because I think they
No,
should.
they'll be independent.
No, because most of those guys, they don't want to, like, he might take, like, the very, very top guys, but at the same time, like, they put a lot of money into NXT. So the rest, their next big guys, like, all the guys that are coming up, like, the WWE believes in NXT, so that's where all their big stars are going to come from. Wyatt, The Shield, all those guys are coming from there because they invested a lot of money into that, and they are too proud to go get, what's his name, Bobby
Roode?
Roode.
No, if he is out there, they'll snatch him in a
they'll
heartbeat.
get him, though. I mean,
but there's a few,
Now,
like you said.
beer money or whatever.
Bobby Roode, he's not. It's not related to Rick Rude, is it?
No, it's ROODE.
Okay.
Get it right.
Now, who is
Bobby
this
Roode
Bobby
is
Roode guy? I've heard a lot about him.
He's probably one of the best. He's definitely one of the best in TNA.
Okay.
Impact. Yeah, and there's a couple guys that might actually
AJ
make
Styles?
it. AJ is independent already. He's not
Oh,
working
he's
for.
not.
But there's some guys there that might come to WWE. Most of them will probably just do local, like independent stuff.
Well, like Jeff Jarrett, he'll do.
Jeff Jarrett's actually I'm glad you brought that up. He's actually brought his own. He's doing his own wrestling federation again. It's called Global Force Wrestling.
I thought TNA was his.
No,
he has
it's
a whole
Carter's.
other place, yeah.
Yeah, it's Dixie Carter.
He started up a whole new wrestling revolution, and it could challenge TNA. What do you do with this, though? I mean, honestly, do you really take TNA? I don't think he does, but I mean, as you can see, Ring of Honor doesn't have a television deal, and they thrive.
Yeah, but they.
They're different.
But
problem-
nothing's ever gonna touch WWE.
Well, it could if you do it right. But TNA, the problem with TNA, they ran it. They now do the shows 3 weeks in advance. Everything's online. You see what's gonna happen before it's done. So nobody really pays attention like SmackDown.
TNA is WCW, isn't it?
No, it's
basically.
WCW was ahead of this because TNA
I'm
never
saying
really,
when WCW
TNA
down.
never challenged WWE the way WCW did.
Yeah.
WCW
when
was a threat.
Yeah, because they started buying stars. Ted Turner and they were okay. They were always pretty good, but they weren't. WWE's way better. But once they started signing guys, started getting Macho Man, then they got Hall and Nash, and then when they got Hogan. That's when you really started looking that way. But then when the Monday night, because Raw was already there. I actually watched this the other night, but Raw was there. So then they said, all right, we're going to give you Nitro. And so that happened. And then they turned Hogan heel, and that's when they were crushing WWE forever.
I think it was when Lex Luger just, when he basically betrayed the whole thing.
That was first Nitro, though. I mean, they really didn't start hitting him until like what Mike said.
Yeah.
The first night
when
Scott Hall
Hogan
came out. Well, when Scott Hall came out and Nash came out, they really started paying attention a little bit more. And then when Hogan turned, it turned everything.
Yeah.
So, but maybe to me, one thing they could do, I know he ain't gonna do it, but to me, you need to have that rival. Because if you push each other, then it gets better and it gets better.
He won't do it, though.
He won't do it. To me, though, I would buy it and be like, all right, who's somebody I can trust to run the company? But he will still be officially the owner.
Vince.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like with Shane McMahon, to me, instead of putting them in WWE, they should have just kept running Turner. on TBS.
Yeah.
Then you got two different networks, and you're running against each other. You would never run.
But if you put them together, then you just have the one best,
Yeah, but think about. I mean, it'd be competition. I think they could have turned it around because everybody. If you're a wrestling fan, you're like Shane McMahon is only in WCW. Holy cow! I mean, just think what he could do with just that company without putting him with the other one.
Well, I mean, it'd be cool and everything, but I don't see them doing it. And the only
I don't
reason
either.
is because, Vince McMahon wants full control. And I can see what you're saying. Yeah, he would have full control. But it's the same thing with Eric Bischoff. Think about it. Eric Bischoff could have been one of the greatest owners of all time if he would have, basically shook hands with McMahon and said, look, let's work together. But he screwed him in the back. That's the thing. So you're going to have that happen because it's a ratings game, man. It's all about the money.
The problem with Eric Bischoff, and that he said it many times, and a lot of other people said it, is those contracts he gave out was guaranteed contracts that no one else was getting.
Yeah.
And he ran the company pretty much in dry.
Yeah. Because they had no money because he was giving it all to the wrestlers. They had no profit. They had no profit to, help with promos and other things because he was giving it to all the wrestlers. That's why the video quality on WWE was so much better than WCW. In my opinion, I feel that their video quality was so much better.
On WCW?
No, on
Raw?
On Raw. In WWE, because, remember at each pay-per-view they'd always have a cool opening. WCW would too, but it was just poorer quality, in my opinion.
By the way, before we go any further, have y'all ever seen the NWO sold out pay-per-view event?
1997?
Absolutely the worst event I ever saw. Yeah. I was like, really? You did this production? I mean, it was, the matches were horrible. You had you had Bischoff and Ted DiBiase sitting on bikes. Pretty much calling the match.
And Ted DiBiase didn't say nothing. He didn't care at all.
No, I was like, I can't believe you did this on pay-per-view because I never actually saw it.
They weren't sitting on bikes. They were sitting on freaking couches. And then they had, ladies, stripping for them and, pole dancing and stuff. And it was like, what?
Well, they chose a NWO. They chose the ultimate NWO fan. And it was some lady that was probably about 45, 50. And...
Probably.
She won. I'm surprised she won a contest. I'll just say that. So, but that was horrible. Anyway.
Well, that's the thing.
We'll see what they do with TNA.
I feel Eric Bischoff was too much of a fan or too much. He just went he went balls to the walls crazy, in my opinion, in that thing because. Well, NWO could have been way better than it was if they took it the right way.
Well, they added too many members and stuff like that. If you want NWO,
it wasn't WCW anymore. On the pay-per-views, it said NWO/WCW because it was the same thing.
But I was okay with a couple of those. But then the problem is everybody had to be involved in NWO. You didn't have to. I mean, if you had 50 people on the roster, 40 of them was NWO. Which was crazy. But anyway, moving on from that. Here's another story. Sheamus, I know it ain't going to happen. They're talking about him being, there's a rumor of him being the new Darth Vader in the Star Wars movie.
Dude, that's a funny. That's a funny joke, fella.
You like that?
That's a funny joke.
Why would he be up there?
He's actually, from what I read, he's actually done some other Darth Vader things around the world.
Really?
I'm just saying, in other roles.
Does Lucasfilms know?
No, I'm just saying. But I can't believe him to be Darth Vader. If he does, I want to hear fella one time. I'm your father.
I'm your father, fella.
Yeah.
Wait. Why is Darth Vader going to be in the new one anyways? I know this is off topic, but Darth Vader doesn't need to be in the new Star Wars.
I know. I'm just saying.
He's dead.
Well, he come back.
No, he doesn't.
He took a bro kick.
He doesn't die in the last one.
Yeah, he does.
Not in the sixth one, does he?
Yeah, they burn him. They burn him, again, this is way off topic, but they burn him at the end. They burn him, and then you see his face as a ghost. You see him, Yoda,
I don't know why I'm thinking that.
A little bit of Star Wars trivia for you guys there.
Well, on the wrestling
But
show.
it's like episode 7, 8, and 9, right? That's what
Yeah,
they're
this is
filming.
supposed to be after. This is supposed to be when, like, Luke's, like, awesome. So I'd see the Miz playing like Luke Skywalker.
Well, you can't mess up that face. That's
Yeah, that money maker.
So yeah, I had to say that. I mean, Sheamus as Darth Vader. That's crazy. Another thing during Raw. Please.
Well, let's get into it.
Well, no, we will in a second. We will after the break.
Okay.
The best tweets during Raw. I want to talk about it for a minute. We, yours truly, the Summit will be usually on Raw from 8 till 11, tweeting, bad, good, whatever. So send me a tweet. I'll share it on the show. But every week we're going to share at least one or two of my favorite tweets of the show. All right. This week, all right, I got a joke for you. What kind of bird can't fly?
This is a terrible joke.
I don't know the answer, I'm afraid.
You don't know the answer?
I'm afraid.
It's a jailbird.
Oh.
I don't get it though.
It's
Yeah,
a
who said-
jailbird.
Who said jailbirds can't fly?
You could probably fly around in your
In your jail.
jail.
I just, he sent it to me. I laughed. So
Next.
He was laughing. He's been laughing at that joke for days.
Yeah, he
That's
has.
funny.
Dude, he hasn't
Did
talked
you-
to me
did
like
your
in
little
like
ni-
3-4 days.
Did your little niece tell you that joke?
it was in kindergarten. No, she didn't. No, I actually have it right here. The guy who sent it to me. If you want to send a tweet back,
Is he in kindergarten?
stop it. But yes, that was a tweet I had during the show. So I just had to share it. Another one is, of course, Jericho's bottom feeding trash bag. I'll stop there. I'll let you fill the last three letters in.
Oh my gosh.
That
I
was
love
great.
that.
But that was the number one. That was actually trending at one point.
No, see, I was watching the countdown or whatever the night before, and they were talking about the biggest trash talkers, and Jericho was on there, I think, at like number 3 or 4 or something like that. I don't know. But he was on there, and they were talking about that, and they had Stephanie on it, saying, oh, yeah, Jericho called me this, and she remembered everything. So then I'm watching Raw the next day, and Jericho, it comes out. And, because Stephanie's trying to do something. We'll talk about that later. But Jericho comes out, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, is this going to happen again?
Yeah.
It was cool.
great, though.
But, the one thing I would like to see, if anybody wants to let us know, Facebook us, tweet us, anything, any signs, any, WWE signs you see on Raw of that week that just, point out to you. Because there are some funny signs.
all right.
No, there are some funny
There's some good signs,
man.
but send us a tweet.
Yeah, send us your tweets.
Send us a tweet on your jail, whatever your hashtag of
Your
the week
jailbird.
is. Yeah, that was awesome. Anyway, we're gonna take a break. Come back and talk about Raw in the next two segments. You're listening to Wrestling Attitude on Stitcher Radio, All Noise Radio. Which, by the way, on All Noise Radio on Sundays we're 4 to 6.
4 to 6.
So
4 to 6.
give us a listen. No G, no 6. All right, you listen to Wrestling Attitude. Talk to you in a minute.
Woo.
So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Word life. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to.
I lie, I cheat, I steal. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Yo, mamacita, I got that passion that's lasting long. Los mujeres fall in love with that Latin charm. One woman isn't enough, amigo. Siempre cogiendo más mujeres porque soy latino. And I'm tougher than tough, call your bluff, cuz. I lie, I cheat, I steal. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Yeah, I don't care if you don't like me. Everybody wants to fight me. Do you feel it? Hey, óyelo claro, I ain't the one you wanna meet. Hay nada más caliente, I'm too hot for you. Yo, Latino heat.
This is Little Steven from Wrestling with Attitude. Evolution. And Heyman won't stop talking about it. It's Motorhead, man. Come on. And Undertaker did it. It wouldn't matter. If you want to hear more, go to WrestlingWithAttitude.com or follow us on Twitter at WWA Show or like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Attitude.
All right, welcome back. Welcome.
This is Little Steven from Wrestling with...
I always have to ask.
play it again.
We hear you enough on the show. Every week, I got to figure out what this tornado is. Oh, I figured it out. It was a part of Sharknado. That's how you can slap a tornado.
Did you see it last night? I actually watched it.
You watched all of it? I watched half of it.
I didn't watch all of it, but I saw, you know who I saw in it?
Everybody was in it.
Mr. Kurt Angle.
I didn't get that far.
He's in it.
Everybody's in it. Actually, the guy that played
Sugar Ray is in it.
Sugar Ray's in it. You had
the lead singer, Sugar Ray.
You had
a Sharknado. I mean,
dude,
come on, people.
We had a graduate. One of our classmates actually was on a production assistant.
Shout out to Jenna Lee.
We got to give shout out to Jenna Lee.
What's up, Jenna?
So, dude, my wife loves those type of movies. I've never met a woman that loves disaster B movies.
Movie.
Well, I figured out a new one. If you can, if it couldn't be sharks in the NATO, what would you call it? And lady actually said cow-nado.
Or a typhoon.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, because like cows are really fearful.
What's an animal you wouldn't want to see in it?
Well, what I'm saying is you
sharks.
could have something other than a tornado, like a typhoon, because that would be in the water, and then I could see the shark in the typhoon.
Oh man!
Well, let me tell you, if you have not seen Sharknado, watch Sharknado 2 because it beat Sharknado 1.
Yeah.
Because the opening is unbelievable with the sharks in the plane. That was just, I don't know how a shark got on a plane.
I just love they show like the sharks. It's like in New York or whatever, and you just see this tornado, and you just see sharks flying in the air. Yeah. You're like, why are sharks flying?
It's the only thing that's been a hit at Met Stadium all year.
Yeah, it's because it's such a bad.
Anyway.
Oh, that was
We had WrestleMania there this year.
Well, okay, WrestleMania besides WrestleMania.
But was that a hit? And it wasn't this year. It was last year.
It don't matter.
Where were they at last year?
It was 2 years. Last year it was New Orleans.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. This year it was New Orleans.
Yeah, this year, next year, this coming up WrestleMania will be San Fran. Yeah. Yep, at the new stadium.
Are they ever going to come like near here again? I know they'll never come to Charlotte, but
they might.
You know, that's the one place they've never been for WrestleMania is Charlotte.
There's more than one place.
I'm saying Charlotte, they should have came a while, but I guess they don't have a place that can fit many people.
Well, with the new Panthers stadium upgrades, they could come here now.
Well, here's the problem with we can't handle traffic for a 4th of July fireworks. In Charlotte, I doubt we can handle WrestleMania.
I think because I remember it was in the running for a few years ago, but I think eventually because the new upgrades with the new big screens and the new escalators, I think they can pull it.
And they're going to upgrade Time Warner Arena also.
Yeah,
so they could do. That. Yeah, I think it's like It's not $45 million they're getting from the city to upgrade the arena.
Well, I mean,
they're going to add a lot of seats.
Well, they're going to add some seats. They'll remove the ticket, the box office. They're moving it downstairs so it's easier to get to because it's a pain in the butt to get to right now.
Well, I mean, we did the DNC here. We did the DNC, and that. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but it worked. I mean, traffic was bad, but I think we could do it.
I hope so. We'll see.
Yeah. Please, Vince McMahon, please look at us.
Wrestling
for
Attitude
Charlotte
is asking you for us to please. Yeah, you settle down a little bit there.
I really want WrestleMania, man.
I do too.
No, I don't need coffee.
Let's get into Raw. We've been talking about. We wanted to get into it. Cena opens up Raw. He comes out.
Woo!
Yeah, we got one fan in here.
What
are you talking about? You?
I don't really want.
Excuse me. It's not Cena. It's Super Cena.
Yeah.
Super Cena says his fear was Lesnar being #1 contender.
Dude, I like this, man. Dude, that promo, I have to start this out first and foremost.
Go ahead.
That promo, when he was, after Heyman came out, Not the original. I mean, all of it was pretty good. You can't take away from Cena that he is one of the best promo deliverer guys. And at the end, after Heyman said he was going to get his butt kicked and all that stuff, when he was like, you will never, ever take the heart out of me and the desire. And he was screaming. Dude, that was on point. I'm sorry. That was amazing.
The best Cena promos is when he's emotional.
Yeah.
And when he's driven emotionally, then that's the best promos from him.
He's going to lose the title.
He's going to lose. But, talking about his promo, he also – I loved it. The crowd finally did a yes chant, breaks out after Cena says there are people out there who want Lesnar to beat the heck out of him at SummerSlam. Mm-hmm. I loved it. Everybody started chanting yes after that.
Yeah. He knows how to play the fans. I mean, he knew they were going to go nuts for that.
And then Heyman interrupts Cena. Cena calls Brock a 300-pound gorilla.
My client.
But yes, it was a great promo. Cena.
I'm sick of it.
How do you not appreciate this promo, though?
You want to know why I don't appreciate it? Because he's like, I never thought this would happen. It's happened before.
Not for the title.
Not for the title. It's
Extreme
happened twice.
Rules, they had that.
Not for the title, though.
Yeah.
Not for the title.
This will be the second time, by the way, not the third.
And what the reason he's saying all that is so they're trying to build up Lesnar as this immovable, incredible beast. And he is, and they've already tried to do this, but they're trying to just put him over the top. So, because he beat The Undertaker. So they're trying to put it all up there.
He beat an old man.
Hey,
great
whatever.
for you.
Nobody else has.
Yeah. Hey, I'm okay with it. He did. Dude, you have to give him credit.
All right, JP, Mr. Negative.
Wow.
Yeah, I have to be.
So, hold on a second.
I've got to disagree with everything that everybody else is saying.
Well, who else is going to disagree this week?
I'm just saying,
not the Believer, not the C Nation.
Hey,
so I don't want to hear it.
Well, what I'm saying is,
have to be a believer.
How can you not appreciate the passion he had at the end of that promo?
No, I'm not talking about the passion at the end of the promo. I'm talking about the stuff before Heyman came out. It was all I wanted to throw up. I was like, I've heard this so many times, Cena. You're as bad as The Rock. You give 15, 20-minute promos. I want to see some action.
Hey, hold on a second.
You had one. You had the Cesaro.
If I can be serious for a minute.
Okay. Now go ahead and be serious.
What I'm saying though is they've wrestled before. But now you're shaping Brock Lesnar as this immovable object, and it's for the last time. It wasn't for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It is this time, and he's going to win it.
And listen, dude, to me, okay. I'm not being a big Cena.
Listen, let me tell you something.
I'm not being a big. I'm not being a big Cena fan, even though I've gone with him the last two pay-per-views.
Yeah,
and I do get tired of the character. I do. But I'm realistic. This is the best match for SummerSlam.
Look.
But here's your music.
Wrestling with Attitude presents
Go ahead and cry
Go
a
ahead,
little bit.
get your rant. By the way, JP, that is staying on
By the
your
way,
music.
first, we got to change that. But that's another rant.
That's horrible.
Tell you something,
Look,
you better take that awesome right off my rant music. All right.
Here's the thing with the John Cena thing, though. I get it. Look, the guy's great, but I'm tired of everybody saying, oh, yeah, he's going to lose. He's going to lose the belt and stuff. No, he's not. You're going to put it on Lesnar, the guy that only comes back, once or twice a year? Remember, James? Remember who said part-time guys? Weren't you the guy that said that this business is all part-time guys and you don't want nothing to do with that? So why would you want Lesnar to, become the champion? Because he ain't going to wrestle every week. He's not going to be on Raw every week. At least Cena's on Raw, okay? That's what I don't...
Lesnar will be on Raw.
No. Lesnar is not believable. He is not believable, in my opinion.
Listen, he will not be on Raw every week.
No, he won't.
He will be like... He will just be like The Rock.
And you're welcome, JP.
No
I grew up today.
Yo, that's great. JP got shorter. You actually grew up here.
I'm telling you, it's okay. He will. I guarantee you that it's in his contract that he'll be on the Go Home show next week, and he might miss one Raw a month.
No, he's gonna miss more than that. Come on.
No,
I'm gonna say he's not gonna be any SmackDowns. He's gonna be on. All right, let's say this. He's gonna be on at least 2 Raws a month, and every pay-per-view. Because he's going to keep the belt till Mania.
He's got to appear on...
Whoa, hold on. You say until WrestleMania?
He keeps
No
the
You
belt.
really
way.
think he can keep
No
on
way.
SummerSlam?
Roman
Hold on.
Reigns takes the belt from him at Mania.
Yeah, okay. If you do that, big mistake. Because the reason I say,
I agree.
Reason I
I don't want it to
say,
be
reason I say is because, like you said, 2 times a month he'll be on Raw. Okay, your WWE champion needs to be on there at least 3 times a month, at least maybe even a month. Every single week they should be on
I
there.
agree.
You're a
He
champion. you
doesn't
should be
have
on
to
there.
wrestle but that's the
No,
thing.
just
See,
be in
Cena actually
promos and stuff.
wrestles during, like, while he's on there. Brock is not going to wrestle unless it is a pay-per-view.
Here's what's going
We
to happen.
know that.
Here's
They might
what's going to
change that.
happen.
You never know.
Here's what. No, he's not going to. Here's what's
No.
going to happen. Cena is going to lose to Lesnar, and for about, I'm going to say for a month, 2 months maybe, until they go to Night Champions, or they go until Royal Rumble. I'll say Night Champions. Roman Reigns. He's going to run roughshod over everybody until Roman Reigns meets up with him and finally takes the title away from
Yeah,
him.
but you also got the
That's
wild
what's
card.
gonna happen.
You got the wild card too.
Who?
The
So
wild
Kyle
card?
Rollins?
No,
Who?
I'm not talking
Who?
about that.
Who?
The wild card I'm talking about is the guy that's injured that you know is going to come back.
You don't know when he's coming back. You can't depend on him
Yes,
to come back.
but
right
when
now.
he's coming back,
So,
you mean to tell me he's not getting the title
Hold
shot?
on, right away, no. Because listen, let him come back and fight and earn it. Okay, do not say here's your. Let him earn it. Yeah, I can't believe now you're defending the beard.
No,
But
I'm not defending
My point of this is
He's
that
done
he'll
it.
come back. No, he'll come back and he will get a shot later on. But you want to let him win the title let Reigns win it before the Rumble. All right, let him be the champion for a couple months, build him up, because at some point Seth Rollins is going to have to cash in.
So what you're telling
At
me
some
is you
point,
want to
it's gonna
see
be Rollins.
Reigns.
And Rollins beating Reigns is the best logical thing.
So you want to see Reigns as the champion.
I do
Before
WrestleMania, because you have to capitalize on his popularity.
Well,
and if think if you wait until WrestleMania, it's too long, because now
Yeah.
is his prime. I'm just saying, this is everybody's in love with him right now as the face. Before Daniel Bryan comes back, who knows what we'll do with CM Punk? Because I'm guaranteeing you, he'll be back by the Rumble.
But what
at
happens if you
latest.
push him too early?
You push him too early is better than pushing him too late.
But if you push him
Because
too
when you
early,
push
what
him
if he
too
gets
late,
burned? What if he gets burned
He's
and
not
then he's
going
done?
to get. He's already there as the face of the company, as the good guy.
Yeah.
Next to Cena.
Well,
of
he's
course.
next. He's going to be the next Cena because Cena is going to be gone.
But the problem
he's
with
going to
Cena-
be gone.
The thing I don't like about they did with Reigns is push him straight to the top. Because with Cena, even with Cena, they built him up. U.S. champion, and they built him up before they gave him.
Well, he was a
championship.
tag team champion at one point,
But
so,
that's when he was heavyweight champion, though. That's
No.
trumps it.
I'm talking Reigns. Reigns was
He was
tag
that
team,
champion.
so that's
You're right.
kind of your
To
middle.
me, that's not the same. But yes, okay.
No,
All right.
but again, they built him up a little bit. They tried to build him up.
But if you wait until WrestleMania to give him a championship
Too
match,
late.
it's too late.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
Okay.
Yes, he could win the Rumble.
Yeah.
But everybody's in love with him now.
Well, he's got to win a match.
Because if you wait until WrestleMania, then you'll have Daniel Bryan come back.
Yeah.
You might have CM Punk come back. You might have you might have The Rock come back at some point. Because there's a rumor he wants to come back.
But
this
again,
WrestleMania.
my point stands. Lesnar it would make no sense to me.
No, it
Why
makes
would it
perfect
not
sense
make-
to me.
Why would it not make any sense?
It makes perfect
Why
sense
would
to
you
me.
have him beat The Undertaker if you're not
Exactly.
going to do anything with
Exactly.
Yeah, no,
Exactly.
that's cool. But here's again, Lesnar is
here's-
not a freaking
hold on.
full-time guy.
I know, but
it? But if he becomes one, then there's no problem.
he's not going to be a full time.
That's what
guy.
I'm saying.
You know that, Mike.
Nobody
you know
knows that. What if he
Mike,
does?
Mike,
What if he does?
Mike,
I'm saying
you're sitting in this
you don't
room.
know. You don't.
The
know
man is
either.
in his
Hold on,
40s. He's not going to be
Hold on.
full-time.
Are you sitting
He's
in this
like
room?
38.
Hey, stop for a minute, Steven. Are you honestly sitting in this room right now saying that Brock Lesnar will be on every single Raw?
No.
Until
I'm
WrestleMania?
saying that he could at
full-time.
least be 3 out of 4 or 2 out of 4. I mean,
But that's
more than
part-time.
he is now, though. What I'm saying is he's going to be there enough to where you're like, oh, it's Brock Lesnar. But he's a beast. He's you can have him as the champion. I'd rather have him as the champion
Than
than
The Rock.
Randy Orton, The Rock, Triple H, all these guys.
Yeah, I absolutely
because
agree
he's
with
a
Mike.
scary champion.
Yeah, I agree with Mike 100%.
Yeah,
Steven,
no.
I know you don't like the part-time thing. And
Yeah.
he is, no matter what, we got to get used to it. because that's what the business is about.
No, I want to see him as champion, but I don't want to see a champion that's not going to be on Raw, and all I'm going to see is Paul Heyman talk about him on Raw when the champion himself is not there. No, when you're the champion, you got to be on Raw. I'm sorry, that's how it goes.
You don't. It should be, but he don't have to be there for every single Raw. He needs to at least make a presence for at least 3 of the 4 Raws in a month.
Yeah, I mean,
to me. Now,
no, I mean, even if he just made two a month, I'd feel a little better.
This is SummerSlam, okay? We have questions. This is probably the second biggest pay-per-view of the year behind the WrestleMania. I mean, of course, you got the Rumble, but this is probably the second biggest because it's...
No, this is the biggest. I mean, other than WrestleMania.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The second biggest.
That's what I'm saying.
WrestleMania is one. So you got to have the major match.
You have to.
And this is Cena versus Lesnar.
But
We
what
knew
kind of
this.
match is
I've been
this
talking
gonna
about
be?
this 2 months ago.
What kind of match is
It'll
this gonna
probably
be?
be just a regular match because you can't do a Extreme Rules type match. You can't do a ladder match. You can't. And there's no build-up because there's one more Raw. No, there's 2 more Raws before SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could do one, but I don't see them doing that.
But you have to. It's SummerSlam. You have to. It's LA. It's the Staples Center. You got to get Brock Lesnar involved in this pay-per-view. And regardless if anybody likes it or not, he's going to be the champion, and he's going to keep it for a while. And I think
so.
I think Rollins. You got to have a good guy win the Rumble and win Mania. That's where Reigns comes in.
There will be a person to win.
I don't think
Mania.
Rollins is not that guy. Rollins is a bad guy.
Rollins won't be well, there's been talks of putting them back together, but Rollins is going to cash in on Reigns at some point. And it won't be WrestleMania. And you can call me silly, you can call me stupid, whatever you want to call me. But I guarantee you, there is no way by Royal Rumble you won't hear this music. There is no way. I'm telling you.
We thought it would have happened already.
We did.
I'm telling you. Royal Rumble, man, you'll see us guy.
Trust me, dude. I
guarantee you.
I would love to see that.
And you got Daniel Bryan coming back. Daniel Bryan may be back by then.
Yeah. I think Daniel Bryan, if you do it with him.
Don't forget Batista will probably be back by then.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
great.
I'm just saying, you really want to get WWE fans talking.
And I bet you it's going to be Batista versus Brock Lesnar if we see which is going to be stupid.
Like I said also, they were talking about, The Rock. Now he's got a little bit of time. He might, because last WrestleMania, hold on, Steve, before you start saying no, it was supposed to be him and Lesnar at WrestleMania 31. Well, he got hurt. The Rock got hurt. And now maybe they want to do this again. And when it comes to money, hey, they're going to do whatever they want to do.
No, but I mean, with The Rock, let him come back at WrestleMania. Like, I wouldn't let him. If he comes back too early, it's too much, in my opinion. I mean, you've got all these guys already. Use them. Okay, you can use The Rock later.
Who? Okay, hold on a second, Mike. Give me 5 guys that are faces of the WWE right now. That could be WWE champion right this second. 5 guys.
Not guys you think that can be champion.
Not you.
Guys that Vince McMahon thinks can be champion.
Oh, give me 5 guys right now.
Guys that can be
Give me 5 guys.
Face guys.
Face.
I don't even think I can give you one.
Exactly. That's my point. That's me and Mike's point.
Yeah.
That's the reason Lesnar has to face Cena. Because you got you got Reigns that, yes, could be a heavyweight champion if people believe it. Okay. But you don't have Daniel Bryan right now. You don't have CM Punk. You don't have any of these other guys.
So what you're telling me is that the champion has to be a heel.
Right, at some point, yes.
Yeah, no,
because
that's
your
fine.
major heels. And Brock Lesnar is a huge name in wrestling that you're heading into SummerSlam at the in Los Angeles.
Yes.
The stars of stars. I mean, that's where it happens.
Yeah.
That's Hollywood, baby.
That's
I mean, I'm just saying.
Just shut up. No.
But so
I get it.
And unfortunately, Damian Sandow's not going to come out and talk as The Rock next week. Maybe he will. That'd be kind of interesting.
I would hold your horses on that because we didn't expect what he did this week.
So anyway, going on from that, dude, Cena does call Brock a 300-pound gorilla, which is great.
Oh, he is.
Then Cesaro comes out. I love Cesaro on the mic. I don't care what anybody says. Hold on. Cesaro calls Cena, or tell Cena he can't wrestle and says Cena is nothing but a walking billboard. And there were some other things in there I didn't share.
Really funny.
But I loved that. And the crowd loved it. He spoke the truth. Cena, I will say this, Cena can go, though. Cena can go. He's got some moves.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know.
Only when he has to prove a point, though, is when those moves come out, like the monkey flip and everything else. But the thing I loved was Heyman's reaction when Cesaro went to, like, give him a handshake. He pulls him in for a hug, and, like, Heyman's reaction was like, what was that? And Heyman's reaction to Cesaro when Cesaro was talking, he had his hand over his mouth the whole time. He was, like, trying not to crack up because he was, like, happy that Cesaro's finally getting his you're finally getting to hear Cesaro talk, which is great. Because Cesaro, he's not a bad talker. That's the thing.
And not a bad wrestler at the same time.
Well, he's already got the wrestling skills. If you can get his talking skills, because what's going to happen is Cesaro's going to become a face. We all know it. Cesaro's got to be a face because the fans love him.
The problem with what fears me, I know Cena to say what fears him. What fears me is Cesaro is going to get buried because of Reigns. I mean, you know, you speaking of people that can win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Cesaro's got a better chance than Reigns, I think, of winning the Rumble to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Because Reigns is already made now.
Yeah.
You know, Cesaro's made too, but if he wins the Rumble, people will blow the roof off.
Well, that's why I think, and I know they're not going to do it, and I know this is something you wanted to talk about last week, was, you know, it'd be better if they got rid of the unification of the belts again.
Yeah.
And I know you were talking about, I think they're thinking about doing, with the belts, they're getting new ones.
Supposedly they're getting brand new belts, which is strange because I thought the one belt was brand new anyway.
Yeah, and I thought they were budget cuts too. So.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, no, I don't get it. I don't get the whole thing with the belts because why not have two champions? Why only have one champion? I'm just saying.
We've talked about this a million times. I'd rather them get one belt, but I think because the World Heavyweight Championship title has so much history that's why they just keep both.
So then have a World Heavyweight Champion.
You should have both. I mean, you don't retire that belt. That's Ric Flair.
Yeah.
That's WCW.
I'd rather them have two because, like you said, like then you could have two champions. You know, not just one because you got too many guys to just have one champ. But maybe that's why they're doing that. Maybe that's why they're just unifying them for now.
Yeah.
And maybe when Lesnar takes that belt, since he won't be around, he can just have one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't be around. That's right, Mike.
He'll be around like twice a month. So
here's the thing.
Anyway,
if he wins the belt, this is the last thing I'm going to say about Lesnar. If he wins the belt, it's cool, but you know that night or in the next 2 weeks, Triple H and him are going to sit down and they're going to redo his contract because you got to. You have to redo that guy's contract. If he becomes the champion.
If he becomes the champion, he can't just show up once a month, and he's not going to. He's going to show up more than that.
The problem with
I wish he'd bust open that door right now and just put you in a headlock.
I would love that.
Throw you an F5 on the middle.
He's a nice guy, though.
That ain't what Sable said. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, there is no way.
That was bad.
I'm just kidding. Sable loves him.
Well, Lesnar just texted me. He's coming to
he'll probably
kick your
send me a
butt.
tweet. That's fine. Here comes the pain. Because I'll be at the top of the summit. Anyway.
I thought guys don't go on the top of the summit.
I can climb on a mountain.
Only girls, but I know there's no there.
I can climb a mountain. Don't worry. Anyway, you can slap tornadoes. I can climb a mountain.
Hey, at least mine's more real.
Anyway, we had Cesaro against Cena was a match. Cena wins with the attitude adjustment from the top rope. That was pretty impressive, dude. I got to give him credit. When he does that from the top rope, that's pretty impressive.
And he was, like, really hurt, and then he just gets up out of nowhere and just does that.
What's your thoughts on the match? Because I love these two together. I love Cesaro anyway, but...
You know, them two together would be a great rivalry, in my opinion. I know it's not going to happen, but if, like, down the road, I could see these guys... I mean, we've said it before many times. When Cena gets with somebody, he can make anybody look a lot better.
There was a spot in that match I noticed when he did the attitude adjustment off the top rope. they tried to do it earlier in the match,
And it didn't.
and Cesaro countered it because their footing was bad. It struck me as funny, and it's funny because it happened later on. Because I was like, "Huh, that's weird." It looked like he was trying to do an F5 from the top rope, and
F5?
or not F5. You know what I'm saying? It's attitude adjustment. But Cesaro countered, and I was like, "I bet that's going to be his finisher. That's going to go finish the match."
Yeah.
And sure enough, like 7 minutes later, he got up there and he ran up and he did it, and I was like, "Yeah, I knew that." I called it.
No, I mean that was actually really cool. But James, going back to what you were saying, these two are pretty good together. I mean, Cena is an all around good wrestler when it comes to when he faces someone. He's a good ring general.
Yeah,
he's I mean, he doesn't have the best moves or he doesn't have a lot of moves, but he knows how to wrestle. And when you put him with guys like Cesaro, Ziggler, with people that know how to wrestle as well. I mean, how many times have we seen a match where you hear the fans go, "That was awesome," or "This is awesome," because they love it. I mean, it's awesome. It really is.
No,
I don't know anything else to say on that. But.
No, it is. But yeah, Cesaro and Cena together, it could be something. Keep going. Then we have Stephanie and Triple H promo backstage.
Oh, God.
She talks about being in jail. I love listening to them two talk. The hashtag jailbird came out during this segment. It was awesome. I couldn't believe jailbird hashtag. That was great. Trending
That's the first time jailbird has been a hashtag in 50 years.
50 years.
Yeah,
Twitter ain't been around that long. But,
it might have.
But them two are awesome. Then you have Randy Orton interrupt Triple H.
Oh, God.
He says now he has a problem with Triple H. And they go to commercial.
But what do you think about that, James?
What
do you think about the whole thing with Orton? I mean, what are you going to do with this guy right now? What are you doing with him?
He is permanently the go-to guy. And what I mean by that is when you need him to fight the hottest thing, he'll be the person that fights him. So he's on fight Reigns. Yeah. I don't see him being in the world title picture anymore.
No.
He's done.
He's gonna
Same way with Cena. To me, after Cena loses his title, that's it. I mean, maybe he'll probably win up. He'll probably end up winning 17 world championships, and then that's it. There's a time in people's career, just like Triple H, they don't need the heavyweight title anymore. Cena doesn't need it.
Cena doesn't.
Randy Orton doesn't need it anymore. I mean, they've had their time.
Yeah.
I mean,
heck, Chris Jericho doesn't really need it anymore.
Jericho doesn't. Yeah, perfect example.
I'd
Jericho
like to see him get it one more time.
No, Jericho doesn't
Just
need
one
it.
more.
No. Jericho doesn't need it against. You don't need these guys to be heavyweight champion anymore. Now, saying that, just like Lesnar come back to be champion probably, just like the Wrights come back to being champions part-time, then you could probably do the same thing with these guys at some point. But I'm saying right now, these guys don't need the heavyweight title.
No.
They need to have rivalries with young guys to get them over. Because this is the point the generation has caught up to them. The younger generation now should be the main event guys.
Yeah, well, what I'm afraid is that if Cena loses the championship at SummerSlam, what are you going to see of Cena at Night Champions? You're not going to see Brock Lesnar versus Cena again.
No, you probably will see a third time, but I don't know if it will happen at Night Champions. I wouldn't fault them if it happened at Night Champions because your 6-month subscription's up.
Yeah, you gotta get something.
So you need to have a big card that night.
So that's when your other guy could come back. That for this for the subscription. I mean, think about how many people would buy the WWE Network for CM Punk's return at Night of Champions.
It's going to be random. It's going to be one day when he finally just calls McMahon and they just do it. Because I think McMahon's going to accept him back. There's going to be a lot of guidelines.
Making money. I mean,
he's already back there.
For him to come back, he's going to have to get paid. Yeah. And which I don't blame him. He should get paid. I mean, week after week, that's the one constant in this company. You hear the chants every single week. The yes chants only come out because, they are just like white. It's just like the white now, though. Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah,
do it.
yes,
It doesn't
Yeah, but
matter.
as soon as Daniel Bryan comes back, it'll be full
No,
force.
it won't be the same, though.
I bet it will.
It will not be.
I bet he'll get a pop when he comes back.
He'll
He's
get a
not
pop.
going to be the same guy, but he's going to get a
People
pop.
still love him.
All right,
Yeah.
we're going to take a break, come right back, and finish up Raw. You're listening to Wrestling with Attitude, All Noise Radio, Stitcher, and iTunes. Woo! This is the original Pete, the Summit, WWA. Personally, do not want to see Undertaker ever again. You know, and he's going to be a part-time guy. That is my problem with this business right now. Everything is about part-time people. You can catch all your favorite episodes at WrestlingWithAttitude.com or Stitcher.com. Like us on Facebook at Wrestling with Attitude. Follow us on Twitter at WWA Show. And you're welcome from the savior of wrestling, WWA. We put the attitude in wrestling. All right, welcome back to the show, Wrestling with Attitude.
Woo!
No, G,
Yeah.
woo!
More G.
Woo! All that exciting, energetic music we're
Come on,
playing.
that was your
Was that
was your
NSYNC?
song. No, that was 3 count. Hey, Hurricane Helms, that was for you, buddy. And there's actually going to be exciting news on this show today. There's actually going to 3 count reunion. I can't wait. I got
You have a
to find
soundbite
out.
for crickets?
That was it, crickets.
Cricket.
Come on, dude. 3 count. You guys didn't like 3 count. It's one of the best debuts ever.
Was that a sagebrush?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you serious
It will
right
be
now?
on my yes. It will be on debut. It wasn't as good as Bo Dallas because you got to be a Bo lever.
Yeah, only you and JBO.
Hey, don't
Don't what?
Bo stake it.
Well, don't Bo mess up.
Don't both think it.
That doesn't make any sense. You can't just put Bo in any word. It's
You
gotta,
can.
Like, it's got to be like similar to it, okay? Like
Tell me a
My
word
favorite movie is Dr. Boolittle.
You can't. There's that makes
no sense either.
No, I'm saying like at least one of the letters has got to be Bo. You know?
It does not. You
One
can add
of the
anything.
letters has to be a
No.
B or an O to make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
I can make it work anything. Bo wrestling attitude. Bo Essling.
Or Bobes.
See, that didn't work. That didn't work. Like my favorite. I can't say it.
That,
Bobes.
say that's a different show.
Boobs.
Hey, that works. That works,
Bobes.
dude. I will just don't say it in front of certain people.
What?
What we said anyway. What you just said.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the show. We were talking about Raw.
She's doing
We took
very
a break.
good.
Huh?
She's doing very good.
Thanks.
Our guest in the studio is doing very
I
good.
know she's enjoying Pokemon right
Yeah.
now.
So JBL, if you want to,
so
or
on.
JP, if you want to take off another week, we're good.
Let me tell you something, Michael. He's a fighting champion, greatest champion I've ever seen. My belt buckle's too tight.
That's awesome.
I said JP, not JBL.
My head too tight on my head.
You did say JBL first.
I did, and then I corrected myself.
He just says the most random,
I love
asinine
him.
things.
They're awesome though.
He's the new king.
Then we had
where we at?
we had Paige come out. She's skipping out to the ring.
That was a horrible skip,
Paige
by
had
the way.
promo. Dude, it's fine. It looked great. Then we had
Dude,
AJ interrupt her.
They're
What?
both just so fine.
They're
love,
great, dude.
I love
Yeah, I know. I love that pale white mayonnaise skin. Oh man,
I'm just going to say,
your skin color.
hey,
I'm two-toned. Okay.
hey, keep these two together.
they're
Don't
doing-
what
they're doing a great
JP
job.
says. I mean, they're getting better
They are.
together. You
They
can tell.
are.
This week was a lot better than what they've been. So and she's getting. You make her a dark heel, she'll be great.
I like what they're doing with it. It is a little strange storyline where they're
Yeah.
Where I'm your friend AJ, and then she's like, you're just crazy. What are you crazy? She's like, what did you call me?
Well, this week on SmackDown, she hit her from behind.
Yeah.
Paige did.
That's
So,
what she said.
But it's funny. AJ actually called her Casper-looking crumpet.
Yeah.
That
My
was very
Casper-looking crumpet.
I like this, and again, this
And
is
then
gonna be,
AJ attacked Paige.
this is gonna be 2 pay-per-views in a row, where we have 2 Divas matches.
Yeah.
2 divas.
2
Oh yeah,
Divas
that's right.
matches.
Brie. Yeah. Hey, I'm fine with that. You got Total Divas coming up again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's what they're
starting
really doing
But,
is with that Total Divas.
but
I think they're
also-
trying to make Total Divas more popular now.
Well, they
So-
should.
And who
It's a
doesn't
TV show.
like? Who doesn't mind beautiful women? And you could end up with 3 if you go Naomi Cameron again.
Yeah.
Please don't.
With the thing with the Total Divas, though,
There is room for a kickoff show, which we'll talk about SummerSlam.
Why isn't AJ Lee in Total Divas?
Well, one thing, she was getting married to CM Punk at the time.
Yeah, they can't
Another
have that
thing
on
is maybe she doesn't want to be a part of it right now. You can
Yeah.
save it for later episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, but dude, just because they're not on it now doesn't mean they won't be. Rosa Mendez won't be past this season.
She doesn't
If
need
she
to
is,
be
I'll
on
be
it.
surprised.
She should be on it though, AJ, and I think maybe like I said, like maybe eventually she will be as like
Yeah.
a new addition, but I could see her. Maybe she's just not that interesting outside of the business, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, she's interested.
Oh my god, I love her. I love her so much. She's my favorite. She's my new favorite.
I
diva.
tell you who also is interesting outside of the business. Lana.
She's passed Sunny as my favorite diva. of all
I
time.
actually, I like
That's
Lana.
something there.
I like Lana.
We'll talk about Lana. Here in a few
please,
minutes, all right?
please, let's talk.
So let's get back to it.
She will crush you.
Then we had Triple H and Stephanie came out. Triple H said he would never forgive the universe for making fun of Stephanie. And then they started chanting jailbird.
He'll never
which is
forgive
great. Yeah, the way he made her feel.
Okay, Triple H.
I know
Stephanie calls out Brie, but Y2J comes out before we talk about it. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What was the point of this?
What?
What was the point of them coming out here twice?
Because they want to relieve. They want to remember the Chris Jericho and.
I mean, that's all it was
Stephanie.
for. I mean, I get
Yeah,
it.
that was the only reason.
But, like,
Why do we want to remember this?
But the thing was, like, it was real random that Chris Jericho came out, and you knew he was just going to bash the crap out
But
of
it
her.
was awesome because I was
But-
like, yeah.
Mr. Minor Interruption over here.
Yeah, I know.
Let me say something in the middle of what you're saying. Okay,
I know.
all right.
That's what I do.
So, no, I'm saying, like, I mean, I understand, like, Jericho comes out and he's going to be insane, like, and make fun of her, but why even do that if you knew you were just going to do it later on the show?
Well, the main reason is like you were getting. No, Bray Wyatt didn't attack him yet. Oh yeah, he attacked him. They wanted to set up the main event later.
No, Seth Rollins hit him.
Yeah, Seth
that's
Rollins.
why, I mean, Seth Rollins hit him from the back.
I know, but I understand. I mean, I know that's why they did it, but it was just kind of dumb. Like, and then they went to commercial break. I was like, are they going to go back to Triple H and Stephanie, or what? Like, what? They just walk out of the ring? We'll do this another time. We've got all the time in the world.
But Jericho starts.
Yeah,
singing.
they didn't even end it.
No, they didn't. They didn't do a good.
They made it the main event.
Yeah, they made it the main event, then left. But Jericho come out singing, or he come out, he's singing Bad Boys song, which is funny.
What you
and
gonna
then,
do?
yeah,
What you gonna do?
and then he said it is 2014 and orange is the new black.
Yeah, that was good.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
And of course he got the trash bag, you know what, going. So that was great.
He should have sung that Elvis song.
Jailhouse Rock.
Jailhouse Rock.
Yeah, he should have probably been better. But then he has, like Mike says, Seth Rollins attacks Y2J from behind. They set up a match later on.
Really
Great match, dude. Rollins is, I'm telling you, we'll talk about it later. Then we had Ryback with Miz versus Ziggler and Uso.
Next.
Crazy. I'm not crazy about this.
That was a dumb match.
Next.
I'm just, and here's why I don't get.
My boy got the win, though.
Yeah, I know. Then you had Big E, Xavier Woods, and Kofi came out during the match, didn't do anything
but stand there.
Stand there, which made no sense.
Well, what I think is happening is they don't know if they want him to be heel or face. I think that's why they didn't do anything.
Heel. I want them heel.
Kofi as a heel?
I want Kofi as a heel.
I mean, I want.
They have made the mistake.
Do they do that, though?
Absolutely, because they made the mistake of never turning him heel.
Yeah.
And this guy's a heel, I think, would be better than a face because he gets buried. But now turn him and Big E as heels, dude. You talk about a tag team,
and it's the perfect
that would
time.
be a good tag team, I think.
It's perfect time to make him a heel. I mean, the guy's been getting pushed over time after time after time, and that could be his reason for like I don't like you guys anymore because every time I get a chance, I get screwed over or something. Like
well, hold on. Now here's the bad part about this. I can see them doing them just like they did with 3MB.
Oh no!
Making
no.
Can you not interrupt me for a minute?
I can't. I can't. Man.
During the show, you interrupt me a lot. But
me too.
And Mike. So
I have to interrupt the champion.
Okay. So I can turn the mic off. Anyway, we're talking about Big E and Xavier Woods. Stop it. And now he's on pout. But Big E and Kofi together can be a great tag team, dude. I mean, I do think and not only that, I think once they get done as being a tag team, you could push one of them as a main event guy.
Maybe, but
I just do. I mean, Kofi, I think can do it. What?
I think maybe Kofi could or Big E. It's a possibility, but I think Xavier Woods has to be the manager because he's just absolutely terrible in the ring, and he's never going to be anything ever. So he has to he's not going to be a wrestler.
He
maybe
might
he
be,
is.
dude. He might be at some point.
Do you think that? You know what I thought was going to happen with that Bo Dallas angle, which now I guess is Bo Dallas and R-Truth because R-Truth beats him on SmackDown, which is ridiculous. I don't know why they're doing that, but when he was doing the "What's up?" and you just hear,
well,
but anyways, I thought that they were going to come out and R-Truth was going to join them.
That would be interesting.
Are they going to call themselves Nation 2? A Nation of Domination?
I'm fine with that. Call them Nation 2.0.
Sure. Who do they still have in their contract?
They're all, Xavier Woods. The only one that might not be coming up on his contract is Kofi.
Mark Henry.
Well, Mark
He's
Henry's
still under contract. Why not bring him back?
Yeah, that's good.
We talked about that. I would be fine with that.
Yeah, because he could come back and be the leader and be like, you know what? I was here around before. Let's do it again. Yeah.
I'm fine with that. It's just about time. Let's do something with these guys. Yeah. But Ziggler ends up winning, and the Usos win with the zigzag.
Then we had Ziggler.
Yeah. Then we had R-Truth versus Bo Dallas.
Well, hold on.
What?
The Miz.
Oh, go ahead.
I love his new character.
Do you?
Really?
You actually love his character?
No. What I'm saying is I don't like him. I love that the character he's playing.
The white
it's perfect
suit.
for him. It's perfect for him. Like, I'm not saying I like him. I want him to lose every match because I want Ziggler to beat him for the IC title. But I'm saying I love what they're doing with him. That's what I'm saying, I guess. It's perfect for him. Don't bust the moneymaker. White suit, Hollywood, bring it on. I think him, if people hate him so much, let's make them hate him even more. And then you put Ziggler with him for a great – they were supposed to be a tag team, right? The Cleveland Steamers or whatever.
Thank goodness they didn't.
But
Okay, first off, that's not appropriate for this show.
I know, but what I'm saying is Ziggler, The Miz could be a great rival. People love Ziggler, and people just absolutely hate The Miz. I think that could be a great Intercontinental Championship rivalry. Let's bring it to the forefront. Let's put it in a match at SummerSlam. Wrestle it for the next
Just
few
don't
months.
have the. Well, no, I would be fine with this as a kickoff show, I guess.
I'm all right with Ziggler. I'll take the IC title win for Zig. Yeah.
But you have to actually have a rivalry. And what that means is a couple pay-per-views of having them against each other. And, we'll see, though. I definitely hope so because I love the Ziggler.
Like you said, to the main event, Bo Dallas. The streak is over.
So we had R-Truth versus Bo Dallas. R-Truth actually came out singing "What's Up" this week.
Nobody was saying what's up.
No.
What's up?
Hey,
And then
I was.
R-Truth. Yeah, you were the only one.
Nobody else was.
Then
I was.
R-Truth beats Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
To end the streak at 17 and below.
And with a
It's
terrible
about time.
It was awful.
30-second win.
It was absolutely awful.
No, it was amazing because
was
Bo
awful.
Dallas is nothing.
All right, it was.
Steven, you just
it
got
was
Bo
awful.
leave.
You
No.
got to stop Bo hating.
No, because JP is not here this week.
That doesn't mean you have to fill the shoes.
Yeah, I do,
Listen,
because
little
we
Steven,
both-
I'm gonna tell you something about Bo Dallas. What you gotta do is you got Bo leave and this man.
All right, two
and
words
yellow-
he'll never say in a
and the
sentence.
yellow teeth. And this boy, I mean, he's going places. But when you do lose to R-Truth, who a guy who wrestled, he hadn't won a match on Raw in probably over a year,
Well, just after-
and he beats your boy.
Just after a week earlier saying, how bad and this and that, and R-Truth beats them. I just don't understand what they're thinking.
I want our WWA. God, what do they call it? Universe.
Jobber?
WWE.
Universe?
I want our WWA universe to go and find me when was the last time R-Truth had a win on Raw?
All right, there's your trivia question.
There
folks,
you go.
On WWE. Tweet us at WWA Show.
When was the last time he won a match?
Let us know the last time R-Truth won a match on Raw.
And we'll give you a high five.
And
I
we'll send you a
will
shout out.
I will buy you a Twix bar out of the candy machine.
There you go.
But I'm telling you, it's been a long time since he's won a match.
But, going back to the match, I don't get it. You have him lose to R-Truth.
Really, you don't get it?
No, it's horrible. The writing for this is horrible.
What did he do after the match?
Oh, he beat him up, which he should. He
Well, that's
absolutely
not-
should.
that's not reason.
Because
was the
R-Truth was a poor sportsmanship.
Oh my gosh, I want to hurt you so
he
much
has,
right now.
He has no bowmanship. He has no heart for what. I mean, it's just he lucky punched him and roll up, man. This is horrible.
Mike, does that count? I mean, there was an O in sportsmanship.
There was a bow up. I mean,
No. All it was is just, in the words of Raji here, it's the only reason they ended it is because he didn't have, his character was too silly, and they're trying to get some edge to it, and that's by the post-match attack, which you knew was going to happen.
To me, I knew it was going to happen, but to me, the best thing was to keep going this undefeated streak as long as you take it. I'm just saying, but
He doesn't mean Bo Dallas. He ain't Hulk Hogan.
He ain't Undertaker.
No, but he could count. He just push it.
Well, he is now, actually.
He's
a
a Bo
Undertaker
Lever.
because he got
he's a Bo Lever, right? So and I'm just saying, his running around the ring before the match is just inspirational.
Did you like
man.
this guy when he beat Wade Barrett a few months ago?
I didn't know who.
Yeah,
Who was
the
this
guy that
Who was this guy?
Wade Barrett
Who
like
was
a
this
year
guy?
ago.
I don't remember this guy.
Oh, that was Bo Dallas.
That wasn't Bo Dallas.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
really?
it was.
No way. I know, but no, it took him a while to get that inspiration.
Oh yeah, to Bo leave.
It takes you some time to once you hit that bottom. And that's what happened with Bo Dallas. He hit that bottom NXT.
JP, don't
and
leave
he
me with
was a
these
Bo
two
Lever,
again.
and he just look what he did in a year. I mean, I'm just saying, the guy, just keep pushing him.
You know,
I hope he doesn't get buried after this anyway. Next up is Rusev with Lana, and Swagger and Zeb come out.
Oh, Lana.
Yes, Lana's awesome. Swagger hits Rusev out of the ring.
That was good.
You know, I'm going to say Lana, dude, I'm fine with what she says on the mic. You know, and they're going to have a flagpole match, most likely. I haven't read it officially yet, but I thought they said something this week. But at SummerSlam, most likely it'll be a flagpole match, which I'm fine with.
I'm on your side with the whole thing with Lana. I mean, there's no reason that they need to censor her or anything. It's wrong. It's wrong. People need to learn how to, like, I get the whole thing about, okay, you got to watch what you say, but it's the WWE. That's what they do. They take current events and they use them to their advantage. So, you know, Twitter just needs to be quiet about it.
No, you know, I can understand the sensitivity of it. I respect that. But, you know.
This would be if a flag match would be great, and it would be a perfect way for Rusev to lose his first match, because he wouldn't technically get pinned. He just wouldn't get the flag first.
So his undefeated streak would still...
No, his
it'd be over, but it'd be a perfect way, because if you're trying to portray him as an unmovable force that will not lose, getting beat in a flagpole match is not as bad as getting submitted to, as submitting. You know?
They are having a match definitely at SummerSlam. So, and I hope so. But it doesn't say it's going to be a flagpole match yet. But that's why I've heard the rumors, and hopefully it will happen. You know, going on from that. Next up, we had
your boy,
my other boy, comes out.
You two guys didn't have a good Raw this week.
Damien Sandow.
Houston, you know, we've got a problem.
You know, he comes out as an astronaut. Poor Sandow. Please give him his robe back.
Every day we say this. Every week we say the same thing about this guy. Poor Sandow, and what is he doing?
Yeah.
And now he's a freaking astronaut just so he could say, Houston, we have a problem.
I got to give it up for JBL, though, and Michael Cole, because Michael Cole goes, Houston, we got a problem. And then Damien Sandow goes, Houston, we got a problem. JBL's like, you stole his line, Michael.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
The worst thing about this is the match lasted 4 seconds.
Well, I haven't said who came out yet. So, but Adam Rose comes out, of course. Rose wins with the party foul. This is horrible.
Glasses.
I am so sick of seeing these two together. Please move on.
It's that whole Sonic thing, man. Should have never done it.
Then we had Kane versus Reigns, but Orton interrupts. And he attacks Reigns, excuse me.
Which was cool.
Which was good. Yeah, we knew this was going to happen because Orton and him officially have a match at SummerSlam, which should be a good match. I mean, you know what? For Reigns to face Orton at SummerSlam is a great thing for him.
Yeah.
It can only make him better.
Who, Reigns?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, you're facing Orton. I mean, at least it's one of the main events.
Yeah.
So
I wanted to see Triple H versus him, though, and I know that's probably not what
you might.
It could come up like if he beats Orton, then it could come like next month. It could that match could fortify a smaller pay per view anytime, and that could happen at Survivor Series also.
To me, I think it happens probably at Night of Champions.
Yeah,
because they need that. Yeah,
yeah. You need to have the subscription renewal. I think it's a perfect place to have it.
Yeah,
it might be Royal Rumble. We'll see though. I think he'll be champion before then.
Yeah, should be.
Then we had, wow, this is sad. Well, I'll tell you, Orton DDTs Reigns outside the ring and RKO's him twice on the announce table.
Because it didn't break the first time.
Yeah, it didn't break the first time, and then it broke the second time.
Did you see Orton's face after the second one?
He broke his back almost, man.
He was just like, you could see the pain on his face, and he just shook it off. That's why he's Randy the face of the
Then we had Diego beat Fandango, Layla Slayers came out with them. That's the new tag team of Layla and Summer Rae.
Because it makes so much sense.
It does. So Diego wins, and then they got to dance with the bull. That was great. No, it's horrible. Then we had Dream Dust with another promo. I'm going to say this real fast. Let's move through this. I'm sick of the promos with them two. I want to see them wrestle. I love the character about a month ago, But now I never get to see them do anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the point of this is.
Put them
It's
at SummerSlam.
There's no ending to this, it looks like.
No.
Then we had Natalya and Naomi versus Cameron and Alicia Fox. Can we please get Cameron out of WWE? I'm going to start a petition. You can reach me at WWA show. Please help me out.
Oh, so you're putting us all on that now,
Yes.
all on that train. Okay.
Yeah, it was bad, man. That she was so bad in the ring. Like, she just has no strength.
She's horrible.
And she just pushed her right into the – and even it says Michael Cole, like, called it vicious Cameron. And she can't even do any wrestling moves. She pushed her in the corner, and she messed it up. And then she, like, tackled her, and it looked terrible. Then she was slapping her arm like that hurt. Like,
I never thought there would be somebody.
Naomi's pretty good, though.
Yeah, Naomi's good.
Yeah,
but I never thought there would be somebody worse than Eva Marie. I think we've met that person. Her name's Cameron.
Really?
I'm just saying.
She was there before Eva Marie, too.
I know. But then we had Jericho versus Rollins. Jericho hits the code breaker. Then the Whites come out. Good. I mean, it was a great match. Rollins, dude, I don't care what anybody says, is moving up.
He is.
He needs. I want to see him and Ambrose, but we've been waiting on it for 2 months, and we still ain't seen it yet.
You're going to see it at SummerSlam. You got to.
Yeah.
Then we have Brie Bella and Stephanie come out. They are booked for a match at SummerSlam now.
Oh my God.
Brie will drop all charges if Nikki gets a raise, and if she gets a match at SummerSlam against Steph. Stephanie slaps Brie, and then Brie jumps on top of her. Big shout out to Joey Mercury, Jamie Noble, and Fit Finley. We finally see you guys on TV more now than we did in your original wrestling
We
career.
miss you guys.
You guys are awesome, dude. But anyway, that was the end of Raw. You guys thought on Raw. Raw was pretty good.
It was good. I mean, it's the best Raw we've seen. Like, and I want to say, almost a month. I mean, it was a good Raw after 2 weeks. Right? Yeah. 2 weeks after Battleground was good. I liked it.
Yeah, not bad. And
Give it a B.
All right. I'd give it. Yeah, the B's good. Just hoping to get better. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on Stitcher. Listen to us on iTunes. Catch us everywhere. And don't forget us during Raw next week. Tweet us at WWA Show. From Mike. From Steven.
Woo!
I'm the Summit.
I'm the face of the company is what I knew.
And JP.
JP, we'll miss you, man. See you next week.
We'll see you soon.
Everybody, have a great week. Bye.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world.